What's going on, you guys? We are going to check out a car right now. We're going to go check it out and see if we can strike up a deal, and we'll show you guys what we got. So you guys seen that me and Adam were on the road going to pick up a car. I ended up buying it. I think it looks pretty good. It should get us back out on the drag strip pretty quick here. I'll be taking a couple weeks off of work just to slam this thing together. Here it is. Flip you around here. It is all in primer. I don't know that it's ever been raced in its current configuration, but it has a certifiable 850 cage in it. It's actually really well done. They like tuck the dash bar and everything. Came with this seat, which is ugly as hell, so I'm not using that, but it is a pretty solid car. Cool thing about this car, and one of the main reasons that I bought it, is kind of where I wanted Nightmare to be next winter. This car has already been back halved. Look under here. It's got like an 18-inch wide tire or something like that on it right now. It's stupid big. Obviously that's not going to work for my setup, and I'm going to replace this rear end. Right now it's just got a 12 bolt in it, some cheap shocks, and a set of ladder bars. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the ladder bars or not. I will be trying to put my Ford 9-inch, which is down there, back in it, so long as it's not bent or damaged and stuff. That's the plan with that. I just got to do a lot of swapping, all the good parts that I had in my car, which we pulled everything off, and it's in a pile over there, and there's some more piled over there. Yeah, I just have to kind of copy paste everything that I had in Nightmare for this car. The engine bay is the cleanest engine bay I've ever seen. It also came with this sick cowl hood. I won't be running this just because I don't want to cut it up like I did the other one. This one's too nice for that. So here's what the engine bay looks like. Somebody must have came in here and sandblasted the whole thing or something. It looks just fantastic. I've never seen an engine bay this clean. It's all like sandblasted and painted or something. I don't know what this is. I don't know what to do with it. Long story short, the work that I got to do up here is I got to cut out the center there, which kind of sucks because this is such a nice car. I hate doing that, but I want a rack and pinion in my car. So we're going to pull all that steering column stuff out, and I'm going to put my Motion Raceworks one in there. We're going to take the brake stuff off, put the one that I had on. I'm not going to do the long travel thing for this. On Nightmare, I made my own long travel front suspension. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, just making the car more unstable up top, but I'm not going to do that this time around. I have a set of shocks for stock suspension, so I'm going to do that. We're going to pretty much keep the front suspension pretty stock for the moment until I can afford some tubular A-arms and coilovers. This thing also came with a fuel cell. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. And you can see they did the back half pretty well. It looks good in here. There's no springs on this trunk, so it kind of just falls.
Is there a way down?
Yeah, falling.
I may put my old trunk back on. This car is just going to be a whole bunch of mismatched stuff this year just to get us back at the track. So we've started already. Pull all the suspension stuff out of it. We're swapping out ball joints right now and putting my old calipers on those spindles. And I'm yanking the steering box, the whole steering assembly, and then I'm going to start kind of gutting this thing for weight savings. Get the elephant bar pulled out of there again. I never ran one of those last year, and it worked great for Nightmare. I may just throw my old nose back on because it's already got the headlights put in it, and it's easier, and I have to take the new one off anyways. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not really sure. I do kind of want to paint this car. I'm not really 100% sure what I want to go with yet, but it's already in primer. I mean, I just have to touch it up a little bit, touch the primer up a little bit, do some sanding, paint it. I'm not sure what color I want to go with right away, but it probably will get painted this year or next year. I just ripped out a whole bunch of goodies. Steering stuff is gone, shaft is out, brake booster all gone. I'm gonna hang on to that just in case for maybe something in the future. I have an idea what I want to do with it. I'm not gonna say it yet in case I'm not able to follow through on it. So we got to get this thing running first. Now I'm gonna swap in my Motion Raceworks steering column and start working on the rack and pinion. Not really sure where I left off in this video, but it's time to do the scary stuff. I actually got to start cutting this car apart. I hate doing it because this car is so clean. I want a rack and pinion in this car, because when I had the rack and pinion in the car, it just was so much nicer to steer. So I'm gonna take one of these bad boys and put it in there as evenly as possible. It should be just 2 cuts right there. This should just slide in and I should just be able to weld it up. So I cut it out of the old car just as it was. Everything fit good there. As long as I can make the same cuts and make it fit, we should have a hot rod.
You do the thing and you do it right and you don't fuck it up, it works. It just works.
Alright, so I've done a bunch of cutting and shaving off and stuff. This is fitting pretty good. I do have a little bit of a gap here, so I'm going to try to maybe bend this in a little bit when I tack it. Or I might ratchet strap these two together, because when I did cut this, obviously it pulled apart a little bit. So pulling it back together a little bit ain't gonna hurt nothing. I'm gonna clean this up and TIG welder in. Alright, it's been a little while since an update. I did the rack and pinion. This thing looks sweet. It actually went in really well. I didn't screw it up, I don't think. So rack and pinion's back in there. The steering is all hooked up. It steers nicely. Everything up here is looking really good. And I also cut out tranny tunnel. I had to cut out the tranny tunnel on the last one to get the transmission in. So I cut this one out, took some measurements from the last car, transferred it over to this one. So that should work. There is some stuff under the car that I gotta cut out as far as like a drive shaft loop. The drive shaft loop that they have in there is right in the way of my tail housing and my transmission. We gotta cut that out. And we got to weld in a tranny cross member that this car doesn't have one set up for what I'm doing. We have to do that. Those 2 things. The motor will drop in. Once the motor's in, we're going to turn the car around and we are going to start doing the ladder bar setup. I got rear end right there. Everything is pretty straight on that. I do have to get a new bearing for one of the axles. I think it chipped a bearing or something. I don't know. It just feels a little notchy. It might have been that way before. I don't know. But I'm changing it because I have it out. Also, one of my sisters is a CAD designer, drawer person, and I had her draw up these ladder bar brackets, and I cut them out on the laser at work. And just like this. It's pretty much what's in the car right now, but these will weld up to the rear end real nice. After I get those welded on, the only thing I have to have her draw and cut out is the coilover brackets. I'm going to do that probably this next week. This thing will be going together real quick. So we got the cars moved around a little bit. Now we're going to tear this motor down, and basically I just want to know if there's water in the cylinders, and if there's water in the cylinders, then chances are the engine actually hydrolocked, and that's why it shut off, which would be really unfortunate, because then it probably means bent rods and all sorts of stuff. In that case, we're probably just going to throw a set of stock rods and pistons in this and run it for the season till I can get a new motor together. Yeah, so we're going to take the heads off. We're going to see what's going on. If there's no signs of any water actually being in the motor at any point, we're going to put a new set of head gaskets in it and run it. I'll probably check the pistons with a depth gauge or something and make sure that they're all at the same height and there isn't like a bent rod or something hiding in the motor. I'm going to start yanking these heads off and see what we got. Got her down in here. Everything so far looks good. I haven't seen anything that's alarming. I'm about to pull the spark plugs out of it. Please, hopefully there's no water in there. If there's water in there, this thing's probably foobarred pretty bad. Here we go. Alright, door number 1. I think all this has just been blown in. I'm going to check this one for sure. A little nervous about that one. It's actually got a little bit of water in it. That could be coolant, could be swamp water. I think the stuff that just fell in there, that's from when I was blowing out the intake runners. This one was open. Otherwise, these pistons and stuff, they look good. They don't look bad at all. Head gasket looks like it's still intact. Starting to get a little bit of heat in here though. Interesting. Maybe we're coming up on pushing the head gasket. So far, so good. There ain't like standing water in this, so I'll take it. I pulled the second head off, and I think this looks good. There's no standing water in the cylinders. I don't think the turbo sucked up any water. Sorry about the lighting. I don't know what's going on with my phone. I got oil on it. I don't think the turbo sucked up any water because they're up so high, so I think we saved the motor. I'm going to double check the piston depth and make sure none of them are way off of each other. And if everything checks out there, we're going to slap some new head gaskets in this thing and send it. So me and Adam looked over the motor. We have deemed it okay. Everything's cleaned up. We just put everything kind of back together. We're going to throw a new set of gaskets on it right now, stick the heads back on it, and throw this thing back in the car. Perfect. Heads are back on. Now we're going to torque them down and stuff it. Okay, so we jumped a little bit ahead here because we got fired up. The engine's going in now. so I'm burning the midnight oil right now. It is almost midnight. I just put the cross member in underneath the car. It looks pretty snazzy. Here's the cross member. Burned her in real nice. Tranny's in. Now the next thing I'm going to do is roll this guy forward to about right here so we can fit the Mustang behind it. And I'm going to rip the rear end out of this because I'm still going to use the 9-inch that I had in the other car, which is over there. We put the axles in a lathe and I think they're okay. I guess everybody that I kind of talked to there said run them. I'm going to take out the old rear end, stick that rear end in the car, and put ladder bar brackets on it. One of my sisters is a CAD designer, and I had her draw up these nice ladder bar brackets for me, and I cut them out on the laser at work. They came out really nicely. So we're going to stick those on my 9-inch. So far everything's been going together really good. I got a windshield ordered and on the way, so we'll have all the glass for the car. I only have to order 1 or 2 more things yet, and we are dialed. You don't need kneecaps. That hurt. This is kind of the first look under the rear end with the wheels off. Basically, it's just a simple ladder bar setup in here. Nothing crazy. I am a little concerned that this bar is gonna come in contact with the drive shaft. That angle just doesn't look good to me. I don't know about you guys. There's some cheap hyper something charger shocks.
Clinically insane you are. It's crazy.
Cheap. Not really sure what they are. Don't know how to use them. I'm gonna probably grab a set of Viking shocks or coilovers for this. I really like the Crusaders that I had on Nightmare, and I think I want to put Crusaders on this car as well. So I'm gonna start yanking this rear end out of here. Once I get it out, I'll check back in with you guys. So that rear end is out, as you guys seen. I'm sitting on it, and I put the brackets that I lasered out at work because I was definitely working. We're about to stuff this rear end up in there and start mocking it up for where we need to weld her up.